guys were heroes to the community. They gave, things to poor people. They gave presents on Christmas to poor people. They fed poor people. Tom's big project at the end was he had found a house that had completely fallen in disrepair, and it was one of the most important houses on the Underground Railroad. He bought that house. He rehabbed it. He made it a shrine to the Underground Railroad. And if it had been on this property, it probably would have been burned down with everything else, because it was his, and he didn't want the state to profit from it, to sell it and make money for themselves. The prosecutor that went after him was a very powerful man, very influential in the community. There was already a lot of animosity towards potheads in the community, but he drove that through the roof. And when some kid came to one of the, I think it was the Roach Roast, one of the festivals, he was here, he left. 8 hours later, he was in a car accident. The DA painted that as, hey, these guys are getting drugged up at Rainbow Farm, and then they're going out trying to run our kids down in their buses. Man, you can't think of a thing that would demonize anybody worse than blaming Tom for that sleepy kid or whatever it was. It had nothing to do with Rainbow Farm. He used the fact that the kid was wearing a Rainbow Farm bracelet to basically blame the whole thing. And that's the excuse they used to go into the house.
So in 2000, my friend and I went to Amsterdam to the Cannabis Cup to be VIP judges. We bought the judge passes through High Times and did the whole travel kit. Danny Danko was one of the celebrity judges we were supposed to meet and be part of the smoke crew and hang out with him and everybody. I wanted to be a photojournalist. I'd gone into photojournalism and had wanted to meet Stephen Hagar. He was part of the High Times, the original, what gave High Times its juice, if you ask me. So I was there to meet Steve. When I asked about him, I was asked if I was part of the marijuana cult that Steve was running, and my friend Martin and I was part of this cult that we shouldn't be there, and after that we were kind of given kind of a weird vibe.
Stand up next to a mountain, chop it down with the edge of my. Well, I'll stand up next to a mountain, chop it down with the edge of my. Oh, beautiful pieces against me. My name raise a little set. sweeter. Give it back to all of these days. I didn't mean to take it by your sweeter. Give it back to you the rest of my day. I wanna see you again in this world. See you next time. Don't be late. Don't be late. 'Cause I'm gonna try it. But what you say?
Wow.